It's the middle of a scorching summer, and you don't have a fridge. Keeping your food fresh sounds impossible, right? Well, not for the Amish. They've mastered the art of food preservation without a single watt of electricity, using techniques passed down for generations. Welcome to Finest Mind. Today we're diving into an eye-opening topic that might completely change how you think about preserving food. While most of us rely on modern refrigeration, the Amish have been using ingenious methods to keep their food fresh. Methods that are simple, sustainable, and incredibly effective. These techniques have stood the test of time and offer a fascinating glimpse into a life of balance and resourcefulness. But you might be wondering, why does this ancient knowledge matter in today's tech-driven world? Well, with rising energy costs and growing environmental concerns, these time-tested techniques could inspire modern solutions. Plus, they offer a unique way to live more frugally and sustainably while learning from the past. Before we dive deeper, here's something special for you. If you're curious about ancient food preservation methods or want to uncover the secrets of lost superfoods, check out the link in the description. We've got a book packed with timeless knowledge and practical tips that you can start using today. Trust me, it's a treasure trove for anyone looking to embrace history while enhancing their modern life. Now back to the Amish. To truly understand their innovative food preservation methods, it's important to look at their way of life. The Amish are a deeply traditional community committed to simplicity, humility, and self-sufficiency. Originating in Europe during the late 17th century, they migrated to North America in the 18th and 19th centuries, settling primarily in rural areas like Pennsylvania. Today, their lives are a fascinating blend of old-world practices and practical ingenuity. They forgo modern conveniences, like electricity, in favor of hand tools, horse-drawn buggies, and timeless craftsmanship. This commitment to tradition extends to their approach to food. Long before electric refrigeration was a thing, preserving food was a necessity. People had to get creative to keep their food from spoiling, especially in rural areas where fresh supplies weren't always available. For the Amish, living far from urban centers meant finding reliable ways to maintain a stable food supply year-round, even in the most extreme weather. Their methods are both practical and sustainable, showcasing a deep understanding of natural processes. So, what's at the core of their food preservation techniques? Surprisingly, it's all about harnessing nature. Let's break it down. The Amish use natural cooling systems, leveraging the earth and flowing water to maintain stable, low temperatures. These methods prevent extreme fluctuations, which are a major cause of spoilage. Proper insulation is crucial. Thick walls, often made from natural materials, help keep storage spaces cool and consistent, even in the heat of summer. These age-old principles are simple yet incredibly effective. And the best part? They don't just preserve food, they preserve a way of life rooted in sustainability and respect for the environment. Now let's talk about some of the most ingenious methods the Amish use to keep their food cold. Methods that rely entirely on nature. One of the most iconic and effective techniques is the root cellar. Imagine an underground space, cool and stable, that preserves your food for months without needing electricity. Sounds pretty amazing, right? A root cellar is a traditional storage area built into the ground or the side of a hill. The Earth's natural insulation keeps it cool in the summer and warmer in the winter, helping to stabilize the temperature inside. This makes it an ideal place for storing fruits, vegetables, and other perishables. The walls and ceiling are often made from thick materials like stone, wood, or even earth, which helps lock in that steady, cool temperature. But it's not just about temperature control. Managing humidity is also crucial. Excess moisture can lead to mold and spoilage, so root cellars often come with ventilation systems that help regulate airflow and humidity. The goal is to keep the air balanced and prevent any unwanted moisture from ruining your food. Root cellars aren't just a practical way to keep food fresh. They're also a sustainable and cost-effective solution. Since they use natural cooling, there's no need for electricity, making them an eco-friendly and affordable choice. And the best part? The consistent temperature inside extends the shelf life of your produce, allowing you to enjoy your harvest well into the off-season. Another remarkable Amish method is the ice house. Before refrigeration, ice houses were a game changer. They're the perfect example of how people use natural resources to preserve food. Ice houses were typically built near a pond or lake, where they could harvest ice during the winter months. The ice was packed into the building with layers of insulating materials like straw or sawdust to keep it frozen for as long as possible. The secret to an ice house's success lies in its insulation. With thick walls made from brick or stone, the cold temperature inside stays much lower than the outside world. As the ice slowly melts, it helps keep everything inside chilled, making it perfect for storing meat, dairy, eggs, and other perishables for weeks or even months. Even though the ice eventually melts, the cold, insulated environment helps maintain a consistent, cool temperature for food preservation. And then there's the spring house, yet another brilliant way the Amish use nature to preserve food. Built right over a natural spring or stream, the constant flow of cool, fresh water keeps the temperature inside consistently low. Food is stored in containers or on shelves submerged in the flowing water, which keeps it chilled without any external power source. Spring houses were especially important in rural communities, providing a reliable and convenient way to store food close to the home or farm. The natural cooling properties of the spring water made them ideal for keeping food fresh and safe. The flowing water acted as a constant refrigerator, maintaining the perfect temperature for perishables like milk, eggs, and meat. The constant flow of water in a spring house does more than just keep things cool. It helps maintain the ideal conditions for food preservation: low temperatures and high humidity. This perfect balance keeps food fresh while preventing the buildup of stagnant air that could lead to spoilage or mold growth. It's like nature's own refrigerator, without any power required. If these traditional methods are sparking your curiosity, you're in luck. Our website has more resources on ancient food preservation practices and superfoods that have stood the test of time. Discover how these age-old techniques can still be incredibly relevant today, offering practical, sustainable solutions for modern living. Despite all the technological advancements around us, many Amish communities continue to rely on these timeless food preservation methods. What's even more fascinating is how these techniques have not only survived, but have adapted to changing times. Their enduring value is a testament to the practicality and sustainability of these methods. For example, root cellars are still a key part of Amish life. While the basic concept hasn't changed, modern root cellars have evolved to meet current needs. Today, Amish families might use improved materials like stronger insulation or advanced ventilation systems to make temperature and humidity control even more efficient. The core idea of using natural cooling remains, but the technology behind it has been refined over time. Similarly, ice houses are less common today, but some Amish communities still use them. They've adapted by using new, more efficient insulating materials, such as polyurethane foam and reflective insulation, to improve ice retention. Some families even combine ice houses with modern refrigeration, extending the preservation time for ice and food. The ice house remains a testament to the ingenuity of using natural resources in combination with modern advancements. Spring houses, too, continue to be used, with only a few tweaks to make them more efficient. While the traditional design is still largely intact, modern water management systems have improved the flow and filtration of water, helping to optimize the cooling effect. Enhanced materials also ensure these structures last longer, maintaining their functionality for future generations. Interestingly, some Amish communities have found creative ways to blend traditional methods with modern conveniences. For example, families might integrate solar-powered refrigeration units with their root cellars, combining the benefits of natural cooling with a touch of modern efficiency. Similarly, in areas where ice houses are still in use, Amish families might store ice during the colder months and use it throughout the year to supplement their refrigeration systems. It's a beautiful example of how the past and present can work hand in hand to create a sustainable future. This clever blend of tradition and modernity not only extends the life of ice, but also helps reduce reliance on electric refrigeration. It's an eco-friendly way to preserve food while maintaining a connection to the past. Spring houses, too, remain a practical solution, especially in areas blessed with natural springs. Modern updates to these structures include better drainage systems and enhanced building materials, making them even more effective and easier to maintain. But what truly makes these methods stand out is the science behind them. These techniques aren't just clever, they're grounded in the fundamentals of physics and thermodynamics, making them both efficient and effective. Let's break it down. The science here revolves around thermal mass and insulation. The Earth itself acts as a natural insulator. The surrounding soil absorbs heat during the day and releases it slowly at night, keeping the temperature inside the root cellar stable. Thick walls add another layer of insulation, helping to keep things cool even when the outside temperature fluctuates. The Earth's consistent temperature is key to this natural refrigeration. Ice houses rely on the principle of latent heat, specifically the latent heat of fusion. Ice has a high capacity to absorb heat as it melts, helping maintain a low temperature inside the ice house. Materials like straw or sawdust are used to insulate the ice, minimizing heat transfer from the outside and extending its ability to stay frozen. Even after the ice starts to melt, the temperature inside the ice house remains cool enough to store perishable foods. Spring houses tap into the constant temperature of spring water. Because the water stays cool year-round, it's an ideal medium for cooling. The flow of water naturally conducts heat away from stored items, keeping them chilled. Plus, the flow of water helps prevent stagnation, which can lead to spoilage or mold. It's a simple yet effective solution that has worked for centuries. When we compare these traditional methods with modern refrigeration, both have their pros and cons. Traditional methods like root cellars, ice houses, and spring houses are incredibly efficient in using natural resources. They don't require electricity, making them cost-effective and environmentally friendly. These passive cooling techniques save energy and leave a smaller carbon footprint. In contrast, modern refrigerators are highly energy efficient, but rely on electricity and advanced cooling technologies. They offer precise control over temperature and humidity, making them ideal for preserving a wide variety of foods. But they are more energy intensive, which means they contribute to our overall electricity demand and carbon emissions. So while traditional methods can be highly effective, they do have some limitations. For example, the temperature inside a root cellar depends on the surrounding soil and weather, and ice houses need a steady supply of ice. Spring houses, too, are only effective if the natural spring continues to flow consistently. Modern refrigerators, however, provide superior control over both temperature and humidity, which is essential for long-term food storage and safety. Traditional food preservation methods have a significant environmental advantage. By reducing or completely eliminating the need for electricity, they lower our carbon footprint. These methods conserve energy and promote a more sustainable lifestyle. The best part? They use renewable resources like soil, ice, and flowing water that are abundant and naturally replenished. By revisiting these age-old techniques, we can take a step toward more sustainable living while still benefiting from the wisdom of the past. Flowing water is a natural resource that contrasts beautifully with modern refrigeration, which requires constant electricity and frequent maintenance of energy-hungry appliances. By relying on natural resources, we can significantly reduce the environmental impact associated with manufacturing, transporting, and operating electrical refrigeration systems. But the benefits of traditional food preservation go beyond just being eco-friendly. They also have major health and taste advantages. Foods stored using methods like root cellars or spring houses often retain their natural flavors and nutritional content better than those kept in modern fridges. The steady, cool temperatures help preserve the taste and texture of fresh produce, often leading to more flavorful and nutrient-dense food. For example, vegetables stored in a root cellar tend to have a richer, more concentrated flavor compared to those stored in a fridge. What's even better is that traditional methods often eliminate the need for artificial preservatives and additives. By maintaining ideal storage conditions, these methods extend the shelf life of food naturally, without chemicals. This contributes to a healthier diet by minimizing exposure to synthetic substances. Plus, some nutrients are more effectively preserved in stable, cool environments. Root cellars, for example, help maintain the integrity of vitamins and minerals in vegetables, preventing the nutrient loss that can occur with conventional refrigeration. There's also a significant cost-saving benefit to adopting traditional preservation techniques. By reducing reliance on electricity for refrigeration, you can see a decrease in your energy bills. Root cellars and spring houses in particular are low-cost, low-maintenance options that operate without ongoing energy costs. Ice houses, too, can save money by allowing families to use ice harvested in the winter throughout the year, reducing the need for expensive, electricity-powered cooling systems. But the savings don't stop there. These traditional methods help promote a more sustainable lifestyle by encouraging self-sufficiency and resourcefulness. They support environmental stewardship and can easily be integrated into sustainable farming practices. By reducing dependency on fossil fuels and high-energy appliances, they contribute to a more resilient and eco-friendly food system. Beyond lower energy costs, these methods can offer long-term financial benefits by extending the shelf life of food and reducing spoilage. By minimizing food waste, they help lower overall food costs, support local food production, and promote a self-reliant and economically stable community. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into traditional food preservation techniques, there's even more to explore. Visit our website to discover more about these time-tested methods and check out our comprehensive book on lost superfoods. It's packed with practical insights and tips on how ancient practices can be integrated into modern life. By embracing these traditional techniques, you can improve your sustainability, enhance food quality, and gain a renewed appreciation for the wisdom of past generations. If this journey into history sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring valuable content and practical knowledge to more viewers. Share your thoughts, experiences, or suggestions for future topics in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thank you for joining us today in exploring the fascinating art of keeping food cold without refrigeration. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and continue learning from the finest minds of the past.